This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Tuesday, the 6th day of August in the year 2019. Here's what we're tracking tonight. The government of Guyana has rubbish reports that Haitian nationals are being smuggled through this country or are victims of trafficking in persons in Guyana. Minister of Citizenship Winston Felix has condemned the reports as inaccurate and deceptive. He believes the situation borders on xenophobia. In an interview provided by the press office of the Ministry of the Presidency, Minister Felix said the only sinister agenda afoot is the one aimed at Haitians arriving in Guyana.
The police who were on trafficking in persons since 2014 have never encountered a female Haitian as a victim of trafficking in persons. Or even male. And similarly, they have not charged any Haitian with any offense, any of the offenses related to trafficking in persons. And I think that is instructive as to the nature of the Haitian presence in Guyana. They are not victims of trafficking. Neither have we encountered them being smuggled into any other territory or even into Guyana.
Days after opposition leader Barbados raised concern about the number of Haitians coming to Guyana, reports surfaced in some sections of the media claiming that the Haitians were being smuggled. Minister Felix reminded that up until 2017, Haitians needed visas to travel to most CARICOM states. But all of that changed at the CARICOM level and opened the doors across the region for visa-free travel for Haitian nationals as part of the CARICOM Free Movement agenda.
CARICOM nationals are entitled to a definite period of stay of 6 months upon arrival in any CARICOM territory. It is as simple as that. A Haitian arriving in Guyana, in Trinidad or Barbados, except there is a failure to comply with the laws of those countries, are entitled to be landed in those countries for 6 months, and with the possibility of an extension. They are processed the same way.
It is believed that the Haitians are coming to Guyana to make their journey across to Suriname and Brazil, and then to French Guyana, which has a large Haitian population. From January to July of this year, there were 45,944 arrivals of Americans, 2,980 arrivals of Barbadians, 5,048 arrivals of Brazilians, 2,548 arrivals of British nationals, 12,259 arrivals of Canadians, 1,995 arrivals of Chinese, 41,272 arrivals of Cubans, 679 arrivals of Indians, and 2,900 arrivals of Surinamese. There were also 11,119 arrivals of Trinidadians. Minister Felix questioned why concerns have only been raised about the Haitians when there are other nationals who have been arriving here in much higher numbers.
While their numbers of Haitians arriving is 8,476, we have, for example, just as an example, Trinidad with 11,119 arrivals. And no one is making a noise about that number. But all the noise is being made about the Haitians who simply use Guyana as a point of transit to get to the diaspora in Guyana or in Colombia or Venezuela or Panama.
The Guyana Police Force has made checks and to date has found no evidence to indicate even a single instance of people smuggling or trafficking in persons relative to the Haitian travelers. Minister Felix said based on checks, Haitians have also not been found to be involved in any crime here in more than 5 years. More news coming up in a moment.
Fuel it up and drive, super 95. Tune up. Fuel it up and drive, super 95. Tune up. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guyana Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guyana's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive.
Hello, baby. Yeah.
It's knocked away from Young Huang.
Yo, why you gotta get away from the credit, buddy? I recommend that you for blah blah. Let me watch the game, but it's not you that buy back the credit when it's done. Buy back because she from five.
Activate the GTT Fab 5 plan today. For only 5,005, you get free unlimited calls to 4 of your closest family and friends, 5 gigs of data plus 250 text messages, and your Fab 5 friends can call you for free. GTT Fab 5.
Wait. So who we putting as we Fab 5? Yours.
Securing the best healthcare facility for you and your family is important. At Baldwin Hospital, we take pride in giving you the best healthcare at unbeatable prices. We offer a 24-hour emergency care, a well-equipped ambulance, the best group of international doctors. Whatever your medical needs are, we are here to make sure you're taken care of like family. From eye care to dental service, the best, most experienced gynecologist, pediatric care, skin care, well-trained radiologist, and a trauma center. Our goal is to get you healthy so you can live a healthier life. Balwant Singh Hospital, caring for you and your family by offering healthcare at unbeatable prices. Live, love, and enjoy life. Call 226-4279 or visit us at 314 East Street, Georgetown. Balwant Singh, best healthcare at unbeatable prices.
The Guyana Elections Commission has commenced the conduct of house-to-house registration in your area. Be on the lookout for the registration officials with authorized identification. You must have relevant original documents to get registered: a birth certificate, valid passport, certificate of naturalization or registration, adoption certificate, marriage certificate, deed poll. Registration is a legal requirement. Make it your responsibility to register. If you were previously registered, you must register again. Look out for GCOM. For more information, contact GCOM on 225-0277 or 223-9653. Email pro@gcom.org.gy. Visit the website at www.gcom.org.gy or contact the nearest GCOM registration office.
Welcome back. Police investigators in Barbados are probing the death of a Guyanese woman who lived in the island. The dead woman has been identified as 27-year-old Anastasia Natasha Angel. Her body was found along the beach at Hastings in the parish of Christchurch. She reportedly lived in the same Christchurch area in Barbados. The death is being treated as an unnatural one. The woman's boyfriend and some of her friends were spotted at the scene yesterday, just after her body was discovered. The Royal Barbados Police Force is hoping that anyone with information on the suspected murder would contact the nearest police station in Barbados. Barbados has been celebrating its Crop Over Festival over the past few days. Well, despite reports surfacing of a move to have a power purchase agreement signed with the Giftland Mall, the management of the mall today announced that the agreement is still to be signed. In a statement today, the Giftland Mall, which has its own power plant, said the agreement is still to be signed, and that should explain why the power cuts may be continuing in a number of areas, which may be as a result of the lack of power generating capacity by the power company GPL. According to Giftland, the last information it got was that GPL required justification as to why the company should buy electricity from Giftland. Giftland said apparently cheaper cost, no liability or commitment, and readily available power supply to make up the deficiency are not sufficient reasons. Giftland said it has been in discussion with GPL over the past 3 years, and it is not true that it cannot supply the required power at the specific times needed and that may be required. The company said it would like GPL to respond to its concerns and for the agreement to move forward. Meanwhile, the Guyana Power and Light Company today reported that a major blackout in Region 4 was caused by tripped circuits earlier today. According to the power company operations director Barrett Harjon, the issue popped up during the early morning heavy showers and affected areas in several parts of the city and along the east coast and east bank of Demerara. He says several checks were made of the electrical circuits and power was eventually restored to the affected communities. Let's tell you now that Guyana's first executive president, Lyndon Forbes Sampson Burnham, was remembered today as a nationalist and someone who pushed for national development all across the country. Today marked the 34th death anniversary of the Guyanese president. A wreath-laying ceremony took place in the Botanical Gardens this morning at his burial site. In brief remarks, President David Granger remembered the efforts made by the late president to ensure every Guyanese got the shot of a higher level of education.
Forbes Burnham's first decade in office, 1964 to 74, was one of tremendous transformation in the public education system, making it more resilient and more relevant to the national situation at the time and to our people's aspirations for the future.
President Granger said former President Burnham aspired to establish an educational system in which rural and hinterland schools will be as efficient as those on the coastland. And he also believed that if the nation was to improve its citizens' quality of life, it had to provide them with a higher quality of education.
He reinforced the bases of universal primary and secondary education and moved tertiary education from being the privilege of an elite few to an entitlement for everyone. He augmented overall attendance and school enrollment and built new primary and secondary schools, including the first residential school for indigenous children at St. Ignatius in Rupununi, and later a second in the Barima Waini. He built modern multilateral schools on a regional basis in the Pomeroon Supanam at Anna Regina, in the Demerara Mahaika, in the Mahaika Berbice region, in East Berbice Currentine at Ramsterdam, in the Upper Demerara Berbice region, and in Georgetown.
President Forbes Burnham died while undergoing surgery back in 1985. He became executive president in 1980 and previously served as prime minister. He was one of the founding fathers of the political movement in Guyana. Turning now to the courts, 26-year-old Cuban national Yelani Villalba was today charged with overstaying her time in Guyana. When the matter appeared before the chief magistrate, the court was told that the woman failed to produce documentation showing that she had been granted an extension of stay in Guyana. The accused, through an interpreter, explained to the court that her application is still being processed. She denied the allegation of willfully overstaying her time in this country. The accused arrived in Guyana back in January and was given permission to stay in the country for 1 month. She never left. She was granted bail in a sum of $20,000 and will have to return to court for the continuation of the matter. And still in the courts, 36-year-old gold miner Anderson Mendonza of the Matthews Ridge area was today slapped with a $2.2 million larceny charge. The accused appeared before the chief magistrate and denied the allegation made against him. The court was told that between the 1st of April 2018 and the 2nd of August 2019, Mendonza allegedly stole a quantity of mining equipment valued at over $2.2 million, which were the property of Joseph Gonzalez. The police prosecutor made no objection to bail, and the magistrate granted bail in the sum of $150,000. The accused will have to report to the Matthews Ridge Court for the continuation of the matter in November. Across the region is coming up next.
Falls, a trademark of China's Zhanghao Incorporated, located at Land of Cane in East Bank, Demerara, was incorporated in April of 2013 with over $10 billion Guyana dollars invested in a state-of-the-art 100,000 barrel fuel storage facility, a modern service station, an office complex, and a modern wharf that can berth international vessels. Having no association with any other fuel company, Falls imports its own fuel, which meets quality specifications, has all the legal permits, and is in compliance with international requirements. Its bulk facility can load 8 trucks simultaneously at a rate of 1,000 liters per minute, while the service station can service 12 cars at a time using computerized fuel pumps, which can facilitate the use of ATM cards. Through its professional team of mostly Guyanese, Falls wholesales and retails fuels to the public, including farmers and miners, and will continue to positively contribute to Guyana by providing quality products, service, and attractive prices. Try Falls today for all your fuel needs.
Jam Zone Beach Party, the event that defines a real GT summer. Get into your coolest summer beach outfits and head to Hits and Jams Water World for a day of ultimate fun. Drinks, summer colors, music, atmosphere, and a whole lot of fun. Explore Inhale High Rises Hookah Lounge with all the best summer flavors. Also, a body massage booth from Creme de la Creme will be there for your indulgence. Over $500,000 in cash to be won in our exciting beach games. It's the most trending event of the summer. Jam Zone 19 Beach Party. Sunday the 18th of August, where it's normal to have fun. Hot vibes by Boom FM DJs and Selector Carl. Fusion's Gully Ras and Diamond. Stereo Sonics Akilo and Mixmaster Tony. And DJ Ryan from Pulse. Tickets only $2,000. More at the gate.
Summer is just around the corner, and this year we're giving you a Visacation. It's easy. Get your GBTI Visa card and travel to your dream summer destinations or shop all you want online. With Visacation, you get to win prizes when you use your GBTI Visa card between June 1st and August 31st. Don't have a Visa card? Visit your nearest GBTI branch or go to www.gbtibank.com. GBTI, we see Guyana through your eyes.
The Hood Family Entertainment and Gold Gates presents Soca, Sun, and Bacchanal. Daytime party, 3 p.m. until venue, Tucan Mall. Poolside, early bird tickets $1,000. Look out for the bikini babes. Music by DJ Aquilo, DJ Quelly Rag, DJ Breezy, and Selector Shaka. Ticket location at Kerwin Bryant, Clothes Store, Skelly Dan Barbershop, and KD&J Supermarket. Sun, Fun, and Girls, August 10th.
Across the region right now, U.S. President Donald Trump has imposed sweeping sanctions on the Venezuelan government, freezing its assets in the U.S. and barring transactions with it. The measure is expected to be far more damaging for Venezuela's socialist government than previous sanctions. The move is the latest aimed at increasing pressure on President Nicolas Maduro to step down from office. The U.S. is one of more than 50 nations that do not recognize Mr. Maduro as Venezuela's legitimate president. It has instead given its backing to the head of the National Assembly, Juan Guaido, who declared himself president back in January. Prison authorities in Brazil have found convicted drug dealer Clavino da Silva dead in his cell, 3 days after an elaborate escape was foiled. Prison officials said it appeared that Silva had hanged himself. Guards on Saturday stopped Silva as he tried to walk out of the prison, disguised as his teenage daughter. A video that showed him removing his disguise, which included a silicone mask and the wig, piece by piece, received widespread media coverage. Silva was 42 years old and was serving a sentence of 73 years and 10 months for drug trafficking. Earlier today, guards found him in his cell at the prison in Rio de Janeiro, to which he had been transferred after his unsuccessful escape attempt. The Brazilian media reported that he had been held in solitary confinement since the transfer. And finally tonight, international news. China has issued a strong warning to Hong Kong's protesters, saying that their attempts to play with fire will only backfire. A spokesman for China's top policy office in Hong Kong told protesters not to underestimate the firm resolve of the central government. Hong Kong has seen 9 consecutive weeks of anti-government protests. On Monday, a call for a general strike caused severe disruption, and more than 200 flights were cancelled. Protesters want an independent inquiry into alleged police brutality, the complete withdrawal of a controversial extradition bill, and the resignation of Hong Kong's leader, Carrie Lam. The demonstrations have frequently ended in violent clashes with the police. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley, reporting.